Hey there, this is Bill, and today we're in the basement arcade here, and we're going to do an owner review of Indiana Jones from Stern. We've had this table for, I guess this is our second month, and before we had purchased the machine, we did a lot of searching on the web, like we all do, and I didn't find a lot of very helpful reviews. There was one arcade and in a mall somewhere that had it in for about a month, and they did a review from an operator perspective. Hey, lots of people are playing it, must be good, and it was really low res, and they didn't really cover a lot of the gameplay. So I feel like this machine is really underrated, on pin side and the general pinball portions of the internet. So wanted to do a little gameplay and just talk about our experiences with the machine. Like I said, I think we've had this machine for a little over 2 months now in our home arcade environment, and it's a really enjoyable machine. So let's talk about it. One thing that stands out about this machine is it just has fantastic theming. The back glass is very good. It's dark in here, but the side art is really well done. Let's see if I can solve that. The side art is really well done. The the cabinet is just looks good. The playfield toys on the table have these really great icons, these great tokens that are from the movies. We've got this arc in the back here that's has all the awesome sort of layout that you would expect, or all the awesome trimmings you would expect from the Ark of the Covenant from Indiana Jones. And the Shankara stone from Temple of Doom is pretty rad. It looks just like what the Shankara stones look like in the movie. And then of course the Last Crusade cup, the Carpenter's cup is has a great amount of detail that's been paid to it. And then of course the old crystal skull from everybody's least favorite Indiana Jones movie. So here at the beginning of this machine, it starts off in the skill shot, and you'll see to the right we have these stepping lights that step up to the various prizes for the skill shot, and then of course they cycle up on the dot matrix display. I have the rule set on this table set for easy, just so that my guests enjoy it. That's the point, right? And then, but basically, what happens in the varied rule sets is that the number of that was a bad ball. Is that the number of hits on the various targets are reduced in easy versus medium, and so that's really the only difference in gameplay. And then I guess points scoring is a little different. So I'll work on our Last Crusade target here. You notice, so we dropped it in, and it's telling us that we've got 3 more. And the idea here is to unlock the various movie scenes as many times as possible per movie. And it gets progressively more difficult, but you get progressively more points. One thing, so this Shankara stone, this Temple of Doom target back here, this scoop, you hit this indirect target, and then it rises, and then you to reveal the scoop, and then you hit the scoop. So sort of an odd element on the table, this ball that's just sitting there doing nothing. But and then if you hit it 3 times in a row, really 6 if you count the activation, then you get the Temple of Doom multi-ball, which is pretty cool. So the machine has these various scene modes for each movie. So there's one for Last Crusade, there's one for the Raiders of the Lost Ark, there's one for Temple of the Doom. Temple of the Doom is a multi-ball. It's a 3-ball multi-ball. And, during it, it displays a scene from that everyone remembers from Temple of Doom, and has Molaram doing his chant and preparing to rip someone's heart out, and you just try to keep the balls in the air and scoring during the time, and to gain points during the time. And the longer you can last without draining, then the better score you get. I unfortunately drained.
When the ground falls out from underneath your feet.
If you look in the back where there's this Cairo swordsman guy, and it's sort of another strange table dynamic that a lot of pinball people don't like, but it grows on you. It's this idea of this indirect map room area where you hit, and then the little the balls deflect into the back and bounce around back there, and then it counts as a hit of the Cairo swordsman as kind of an homage to that famous scene where the Cairo swordsman comes out and gets all fancy with the sword, and then Indy just shoots him. So here we're in our Last Crusade mode, and this is the part where the mean old German Nazi guy picks the wrong cup, or has Elsa pick the wrong cup and gets his face melted off. And then during these modes, whoops, looks like we drained again. During these modes, they'll different areas of the table will flash and light up and indicate the elevated targets that'll provide bonus points. So one of the coolest things about this table is the multi-ball related to the Ark of the Covenant back there. And we'll go ahead and activate that now. So there was a Williams pinball made an Indiana Jones table back in '93, and it was extremely popular, and it's considered among pinball aficionados to be one of the most popular pinball machines around and one of the most enjoyable. And then this one, by comparison, just gets dogged on reviews. If you look online, people just don't. They just dog it. It's just not doesn't have the same following. And I guess we really hesitated in buying the machine based on those rules in our home use here. But I have to say, we've been thrilled with it. For non-pinball players, for the pinball player that likes Indiana Jones and likes pinball, then I've heard no complaints. In fact, this is one of the most popular games in our basement here, or probably the most popular game for playability. The scoring definitely keeps people coming back. The sound is most excellent, and then this multi-ball is really quite clever. It'll sort of keep your heart pumping, because it is an 8-ball multi-ball. Unfortunately, it looks like I drained a lot of the balls early on there on the side drains over here, but you kind of get the point. So yeah, really great pinball machine. My wife and my kids enjoy it. The sound is fantastic. The scenes are really well done. There are these odd areas of the table. This indirect target here, the one in the map room, that give people some pause, and you kind of wonder. It's sort of a strange dynamic, but all in all, just no complaints. It's just a really good pinball machine. When we were looking to buy this machine, we went online to Pinside and all the general sort of experts. Generally, the consensus was, and you'll probably find in my forum threads that I started about this. Folks just were, really negative about this pinball machine, and we almost didn't buy it because of that. And I'm really glad we did. I have played the Williams machine, and I'll say that the Williams machine has a different flow. It definitely flows in a different way, but to each machine has their own characteristics and qualities. And I certainly don't see anything wrong with this one, especially if you're an Indiana Jones fan. And enjoy pinball. It's well built, has great sound, great, playfield toys, and I've played it 100, 200 times now in a month, and my wife and kids and our friends have too, and it continues to bring enjoyment. So anyway, I hope that this helps anybody out there on the fence on an Indiana Jones from Stern. This machine was 2008, like I said, and I'm trying to provide my most objective review of our ownership of the machine thus far. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this useful.